Look, Bernie, just listen to me. I need to know what the hell is going on, okay? If Sonny goes through with this, I know it's going to trigger a retaliation. Actually, it's going to start a war that we're not ready for. This is a really bad time for you.
Listen, trust me, you're going to want to hear what I have to say. It profoundly affects your future.
I already know your father's looking to make a deal with Sonny.
What you don't know is that that deal has to go through me first. Daddy offered to turn over the entire organization to Sonny. All he wants is a guarantee of Sonny's loyalty.
Just get to the point.
My father wants Sonny to marry me. So we all become family.
It's not going to happen.
Well, think about it this way. Sonny's addicted to power, and you won't give it to him. He needs it bad. He needs it to pay Karpov back for humiliating him. He needs it to show himself and everyone who crosses him that he's untouchable. He needs the power. He needs the influence. He needs the money. And most importantly, he needs the fear in his enemies' faces. So, if that's the only way to get his fix, he may hate being married to me, but sooner or later he'll agree, and you know it.
Then why are you here?
Because there's one way to stop this deal from happening and to stop the war that it will bring, and that is to make me unavailable to marry Sonny. Marry me yourself. I'm the 25th Mrs. Sonny Corinthos, and Sonny Corinthos takes over the Zacchara organization. You are headed for a war with your former best friend. The only way to stop that is to blow this deal between my father and Sonny. The only way to do that is for you to marry me yourself.
You want to get married? Let's do it. Let's go.
Guys, this is going to cost you. Right? I mean, if we're getting married, you're going to actually have to talk to me sometimes. Eye contact. That's progress. But I want actual conversation.
Why?
Because we're getting married. That means for the foreseeable future, we're going to be spending a lot of time together.
No.
I see. So you're going to marry me so that Sonny can't, and then you're going to send me back to my apartment to live, or wherever else I want to go? Even Italy, if I want.
It's your life. You get to live where you want to live.
As long as it's not with you. I spent most of my life as a commodity. Anthony Zacchara's only daughter. A useful bargaining chip sent away until I was needed. Well, husband-to-be, guess what? I'm needed. Now, I'm needed by my father. I'm needed by Sonny. I'm sure as hell needed by you. So, if we're going to do this, you're going to have to work with me. You're going to have to change your attitude and work with me instead of against me. And why don't you use this time to convince me why I should be marrying you instead of Sonny? I'm not hearing any of the reasons why I should be your wife. In fact, I'm not hearing anything at all from you except for silence. And I think I made it clear that I don't have any intention of marrying somebody who refuses to even speak to me.
You're the one who wanted to get married. Do you want to get married?
I'm considering my options. Look, Daddy doesn't trust Sonny, but he needs him for something, obviously. Or he never would have offered Sonny control of the entire Zacchara organization. And Sonny, he wants Karpov dead, right? But I think you and I can both agree that's just an excuse, because Sonny made a huge mistake when he turned over power of his entire organization to you. He wants to run the Zacchara organization so bad that he can taste it. But fine. What happens when he's in charge? What's to stop him from taking over completely? Nothing, except family loyalty, of course. If he's married to me, Sonny becomes a Zacchara. Our interests become his. And then you're the odd man out. Which is why you should really be telling me why I'm better off being married to you than Sonny.
Who says you have to marry anyone?
That's an excellent point. I could run away. I could change my name, dye my hair, start over someplace totally new as somebody completely different. Maybe everybody would be better off if I did. Have you ever tried to leave the mob?
Maybe once.
Actually, twice if you count.
What? If you count what? Oh, come on. We're on our way to get married. The very least you can do is share a few of the pertinent details of your early childhood with me. So you were on your way to leave the mob, and then...
And the life I tried to make, it didn't work.
Wow. Insightful. What about the other time?
Just went traveling.
Where?
Just places I read about in a book.
What, wherever you wanted to go? Whatever interested?
That was it.
That must have been amazing. Go someplace nobody knows who you are. You're totally anonymous. Nobody wants anything from you. Nobody wants to fight you. But I noticed you came back, so why'd you do that? You get lonely?
I don't know what.
You mean you won't say? Oh, maybe you really don't. You mean you really don't know?
No.
I get the sense that you don't spend a whole lot of time contemplating your emotional life, which is why you're willing to marry me right now.
Okay, I thought you were going to disappear.
Is that what this ride is about? I mean, is that what this trip is about? Are we about to get married, or am I about to get a bullet in the back of the head? Because if I'm out of the way, my father and Sonny don't have any way of making an alliance.
You don't have to die. For them. All you have to do is leave.
Would you pay me to leave town?
How much would you need?
Running's not an option for me. My brother tried to run once. I wasn't living at home at the time, but Johnny used to call me, and he said that my dad was really getting worse. And he couldn't stand it anymore, so he was going to run away to this cousin of his mom's. And I warned him not to try. I told him that Daddy would find him and he would be furious, but he did anyway. And sure enough, my father called 2 days later, furious, frantic, and he wanted to know where Johnny was.
And you told him?
My father found out on his own. And he went and got Johnny, and then he killed the cousin, and then he killed the cousin's family. You know, it's a warning to John not to try to run again, so... Oh, by way of saying that running's not an option for me. Besides, I wouldn't leave my brother to deal with my father alone.
He seems capable of taking care of himself.
My brother went through a lot worse hell than I did. Because everything my father did was about John. All of it. All of the craziness and the insanity, the murdering, the lies. It was all about building this empire that he could leave to his son. And that is why my dad wants an alliance with Sonny. You understand? So that Sonny can take you out. And Johnny won't have to. That's gonna be the justice of the peace, so are we gonna do this thing or what?
Walter, these are... Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't get your names.
Claudia, Zacchara, and Jason Morgan.
Did you say Zacchara as in... Walter, Claudia, and Jason would like to get married.
The marriage certificate will be filed at the county courthouse tomorrow, but we'll be happy to furnish you a copy tonight for your records.
Fine.
Unless you prefer to have it mailed?
We'll take it to go.
Very well. Before we start the ceremony, I like
We
to
don't
ask
want a ceremony. We just want it quick and easy, painless as possible.
Certainly. Dearly beloved,
Do you have any
we are
money?
gathered here.
Okay, the faster you go, the bigger the bonus. Okay? Let's move it along.
My dear young lady, this is not a business transaction. You and this man are pledging your hearts to one another.
We don't want anything about love. Just go right to the vows.
I see. Please join hands. I can't marry two people who refuse to even touch each other.
Okay, fine. Move it along.
Do you, Claudia Antonio, take this man to be your husband, to honor and to honor, for better or worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, until parted by death? Appears to be some difficulty.
I told you we don't want the hearts and flowers. Just ask if we want to be married.
Do you?
Ask him first.
Though it's not my place to judge anyone's
No.
personal... I cannot in good conscience wed two people who clearly have no wish to be joined in matrimony or anything else.
You're refusing to marry us?
You're refusing to marry each other. You've done nothing but argue with me, and he hasn't spoken a word since you walked in the door.
You wanted to see how far I'd take it? How far I'd go? Now you know.
I need the marriage certificate.
That's not signed or stamped. It's not legal.
Keep the money. Sorry for wasting your time.
What would you have done if I had gone through with marrying you?
Well, you didn't, did you?
I should hate you a lot more than I do right now. Not only did you almost leave me standing at the altar, close enough. This whole miserable situation, it's your fault, you know that? It is, because if you had agreed to give Sonny back his organization in the first place when he asked you to, this wouldn't be happening. My father and Sonny would not have a deal between them, and I wouldn't have to marry him. And, you know, there's still a chance for you. There's a chance for you to bring this whole train wreck to a halt here if you just give in to Sonny. But you won't.
No, I can't. I can't do it. Too many people depend on me.
And it wouldn't be right to give Sonny control of your organization right now because you'd use it to start a war with Karpov. And so to keep the peace, you have to keep the power, and I get stuck with it.
You can refuse to marry.
I did. You never really thought I'd marry you, did you? You were just hoping I'd run away. If I agreed, you'd still pay me off, wouldn't you?
All you gotta do is name your price.
Running's not an option for me. You know what, to tell the truth, honestly, I wouldn't go even if I could. I'm in a position of power, finally, in this family, and I'm gonna use it to my full advantage. Sonny's gonna make major concessions to get me to cooperate, and you can be damn sure that I'm gonna make sure he doesn't cut Johnny out.
If Sonny gives his word, he's gonna keep it.
What, are you serious? Sonny's just like my father. He's drunk on power. He has a vicious temper, and he'll stop at nothing to get revenge. And I'm not talking about Karpov. I'm talking about you. Look, in Sonny's mind, he raised you up from nothing. He taught you the business, and you committed the two cardinal sins. You started thinking for yourself, and you got better at his job than he was. He's not going to let that stand. He's not. You're a walking, breathing insult to his pride, and no matter what it takes, how much it costs, he's going to try to take you down.
What if you're wrong?
Then Sonny and Kate get married, and they ride off into the sunset happy. What do you want to take odds on that one? Because I don't. Face it, this was our last chance. And neither one of us took it. I'm about to become Mrs. Corinthos. And you're about to be headed for a war with the man you used to call your very best friend.